So, everybody enjoyed the one shot. Now, all your players want to play in a campaign. Where do you even start? Hey everybody, my name is Matthew. Welcome to Universal Game Master, a channel where we talk about tips and tricks for players and game masters. So, 3 very important things to keep in mind as you are now moving from playing a one-shot to running a campaign. Campaigns are an incredible experience because they can literally take years to play through. There are so many things to keep in mind, but I feel that these are the most important starting off. First, you have to tie your characters, the people that are playing at the table, in with the story. This is going to provide motivation for why their characters are a part of this story, and it'll keep the players interested as they are solving problems that their character is passionate about and cares about. You're gonna need to have a little bit of information back and forth between the players and you. You have to give them a little bit of what your world or the story that you want to tell is like, and have them come up with a backstory for their characters and talk with them and work with them in how you can fit the backstory into the world, into the campaign. The character's backstory is the biggest driving factor that you have as the game runner to bring in interesting elements and motivations that the characters are going to have in your story. Without any of it, sometimes players can just have these moments of, why am I here? Why are my characters doing the things that they're doing? So I'm really trying to emphasize to you all how important it is that character backstories are integrated into the campaign. Number 2, guiding the players versus open world, often referred to as railroad versus sandbox. Spoiler alert, you need both of them. You just do. Because if your world is too strict and too much on the rails, your characters won't feel like they have any agency, and that's important for players to feel like they can contribute to the story. You guys are going to go on a quest. You have to throw this magical ring into a volcano that's north of here. Well, what if we want to go south? I don't know what's to the south. I don't have anything prepared to the south. You guys have to go north. You have to go north, and you have to follow the trail north to the volcano and throw the ring into the volcano. What if we go a little bit west? You can't go west. There's nothing out there, and I don't have anything prepared for it. You gotta go north. Of course, no one is going to be that heavy-handed, but you get the idea. Sandbox, the other extreme. Hey guys, here's this big huge map. There's 50 cities on it. Each city has 500 NPCs that you can talk to and get quests from, and there's problems everywhere that you can go solve. So, where do you guys want to go? Talk about analysis paralysis. That's not good either. Starting a game, I suggest that you lean towards railroad at first. Multiple reasons, but the biggest is just flat out telling your players, the adventure is starting here. You guys are trying to accomplish this goal. Ready, go. Because if you immediately launch into a game and start just telling your players, okay, cool guys, session 1, what do you want to do? Especially if you have new players, they're all just going to look at each other, look at you and go, I don't know what we're doing, I thought you had an idea. So you have to direct some of the action in the beginning. The trick is having things prepared, having the railroad that you can have your players follow along, and then open up into the sandbox. You guys get done with this mission, and you defeat the bad guys, and one of the goons with his dying breath says, "Oh no, the boss is gonna be so upset that he didn't get his illegal weapons." Bleh. Lots of questions. Who is this boss? Who are these criminals? What are the illegal weapons? Can we use these illegal weapons? Can we sell these illegal weapons? Why are they illegal? That can open up a lot of different paths that your players can go on from there. Once those branches start to become clear, that's when you listen to your players on where it sounds like they are going to try to explore. And even when the sessions are over, flat out ask your players, collectively, what are you guys thinking that you are going to do next? Because I have to prepare some interesting material based on which direction you go. You cannot prepare for every single options. You are going to have to do some improvising. A couple of tips and tricks on improvising right up here if you're interested. You have to prepare some things and you have to have some story beats in your mind, because something that you prepare is most likely going to be better than something that you just come up with flying by the seat of your pants. Number 3, thinking about plot hooks and adventures. You have to keep giving your players options about different things that they can do, different quests they can solve. Whenever things begin to slow down or your players don't feel like they have very many options going for them, might be a good time to throw a quest giver at them, a little plot point, make something happen so that they now have to do something else. Keeping momentum going is something that the best of us struggle with. It's a little bit of an art. There's a deft hand that you have to play. You want to make sure that you're giving your players enough options that they feel like there are several things that they can do and try to work towards. But you also don't want to just inundate them with different, again, back to analysis paralysis. You don't want to give them 17 different quests that they can go on. Have them solve a couple of things, and then once they've checked off a couple of things, add a couple more things. If there was somebody that was going to give them another quest idea, but they've already got 8 different things that they're kind of weighing, just hold back. Even though you wanted this particular NPC to give this particular quest, just wait and give it to them later. There's always going to be a chance for you to add to it later. Plot hooks can be simple. They really can. It's just the king telling the party he would like them to do something. That's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that at all. And then, of course, after a while, you will start to put little twists on that. What if it was a villain that was giving your players a plot hook? You know, some sort of bad guy who runs a criminal organization, tells the players about a monster making its way towards the town. And of course, he sees the utility in the party. No city, no crime to be done in the city. So he has vested interest making sure that these monsters are defeated. Maybe he helps them. Little things like that can be really devious. A villain that sees the utility of a party is not only interesting, but dangerous. I might make a video on that sometime. There are a lot of good villain videos out there. You guys know how I do these videos. I've got a bonus tip for you. Get feedback from your players. Maybe don't do this every single game, but every once in a while, ask them, how do you guys like the game? What are some things that you were like, yes, this was awesome? What were some things that just fell flat? Maybe it hurts, but what did they not like about the story that you've been doing? Don't be afraid to make changes to the story based on their feedback. If they really like an NPC, don't be afraid to make that NPC more prevalent. This is something I've rarely had to do, but I have done it before. Simply change the story. If there is something that's not working and everybody at the party is telling you so, or if there was just maybe some sort of simple mistake that happened during a game, don't be afraid to change it and retcon things the next time. Don't think that whatever happens at the table is set in stone. You can change anything because, again, this is a game. We all want to have fun playing it, so don't take it too seriously. There we go, running your first campaign. I hope you guys found some useful things in this video. So, of course, until next time, you GM, you were over there in your eyeballing seat. You were watching me as I was making this video. Looking at me like I'm crazy, just sitting here talking to myself. That's okay. You need some more taken off the top, don't you? Yeah? Okay.